before
You know what it
I
is?
came on here, I was just looking around, looking at the X and whatnot. You might have to start investing if you Spurs fan. You might have to start
Yeah,
investing in a HD antenna, bro.
I know. Some FanDuel news. FanDuel
FanDuel
news.
News.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
regional
man.
sports TV could be in jeopardy, man. It's on life support right now. You know,
Kind of
they
sucks,
got him
man.
against the ropes. They got him against the
Yeah,
ropes.
yeah.
They're just waiting for that KO, bro.
Mm,
Speaking of
real
that,
talk.
we got a good weekend of fights coming up here, man.
Oh man, I'm excited about this one, bro. I'm excited. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, 50-50 fight, man. It's gonna
In
be a
the
good one.
Garden, bro. New York,
In the
baby.
Garden. Yep.
Prime
Yep.
time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Jonathan Perez? Thanks for joining. Tony Ornalis, what's up? Thanks for joining. We also have
What's up?
some fights happening on Sunday too with that Zuffa boxing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Zupa is putting on a lot of cards already.
Yeah,
They're
I was
putting on a lot
surprised.
of cards. Yeah.
So they got something happening on Sunday, and then you also got the World Rumble. If everybody's into WWE still, WWE,
Oh, aren't they?
WWF,
Hey,
whatever you want to call it.
aren't they overseas? They're in Riyadh, right?
Yeah, man, they're
They're in
Riyadh
Riyadh.
right now.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
That's
they're
wild,
gonna be
man.
going on, I think, around 1 o'clock our time.
Oh,
Somewhere
really?
around there
On Sunday? Yeah.
on Saturday. On
On
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's crazy, dude, how they're doing that over there.
I know. I know.
Heading to work at the moment. Hey, have a good one, Bobby February.
Be careful. Myra's in the chat.
Myra's in the chat. Hey,
Myra's
Myra.
in the chat.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade, we rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, oh, it's the life that we chose.
What up, everybody? Thank you all for joining us today. We are without Mike this morning because Mike, he has a follow-up on his dental procedure, man. I guess they have to go over there and do some touch-up work on him. He had his tooth extracted yesterday.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, he had his big molar in the back extracted because he said he might have bit something and it caused it to crack. And they said basically that tooth dead. So they had to
Mm.
pull it out. I told him, hey man, keep the tooth. He said, no. I told him, bro, you put that under your pillow and you look at Chica and hey man, you better slip me a hundy under the pillow, bro. You know?
Yeah. The tooth fairy be balling these days, bro. We actually that's a good topic we could talk about later on today about parenting and tooth fairy and how much tooth fairies be balling these days. Because I tell you, Joe,
Dude.
what do we get back in the day? $1?
You're lucky you got $1, $2,
right,
you know?
right? You might have some change, shit. Hey, but what's up? I'm out here. I'm actually in Houston. I'm still here. I went to the game on Wednesday. It was a blast. We can talk about that later. Jonathan Perez is saying, "Yep, Rick saw that Wemby poster live. Absolutely, that game was so live. Being there live was awesome, man. There was a lot of Spurs fans. So Myra and I were at that game on Wednesday. I stuck around through the weekend, so I'm still in Houston. Joe's representing from Exit 7, and shout out to everybody that's watching us from all over the state and the world. We got people overseas, Philippines, Netherlands, people from Seattle, we got people in Austin, we got people all over, man. So shout out to everybody and where you guys watch us from, man. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, you notice what I got on, Rick? You see the new merch, dude?
I saw it.
Area 210.
It's fly, bro. It's fly, dog. It's fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all want to go ahead and buy the merch, man, it's out there already. You just got to go to the shop or online store right there and go ahead and enjoy the merch. You can get the hat that I'm wearing right now. I got a brand new alien hat, alien shirt. You can see it.
There you go. I like it, bro. I like it.
I'll be sporting the look, Ran, on Sunday when I go out there to the Spurs game, courtesy of Rick. Thank you again, Rick. Me and DJ LG will be out there in your seats, man, enjoying the game on Sunday. Again, appreciate you, big dog.
Of course, bro. Enjoy it, bro. Of course. You told me, you said you wanted to buy them from me. I said, don't insult me like that. I said, they're yours. They're yours for free, big dog. Come on, bro. But yeah, I appreciate everything you do, Joe, for us, and you throwing out some drinking money out there. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that. We definitely enjoyed that.
Mike
Mike
was getting celoso. He goes, bro, you don't send me any drinking money. I said, bro, por favor, Mike. I said, you money bags over here, bro. You don't need none of that drinking money or nothing,
exactly.
Bro. You making money.
He should be sending us drinking money. What are you talking about? Mike should be the one sending us drinking money. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's
Yeah,
like, you don't send me drinking money. I said, I'll send you $5 next time, bro. No
yeah,
mames.
yeah, yeah, man.
Hey, but
Yeah.
let's get into it, dude, because you were out there
Mm-hmm.
watching this huge come from behind win for the San
Mm-hmm.
Antonio Spurs in Houston. And you know, Houston and the Spurs, man, they got a heated rivalry there. Fans sometimes like to get a little too cute, with their
Mm-hmm.
comments and whatnot. But for the most part, I'm sure they keep it clean. I'm sure the Jackals were out there también. I saw some Jackals out there. They were posting some pictures and stuff of them being out there cheer on the team. But the belt made it through. It made it through the
Bro.
airport, made it to H-Town. How did that
Mm-hmm.
go?
Man, so again, it's always an adventure. And for those of y'all who know, the belt has its own, aura, right? And the belt isn't allowed at certain places, right? So Phoenix
Yeah.
and LA, those arenas, they stop me at the door. They say you can't take that belt in. It could be used as a weapon. It's all these different reasons on why I couldn't bring it in. It's against our policy and all that. After I was like, well, show me the policy, because I'm telling you, like, I don't buy that. But
They
no one
just
could
hating,
show
bro.
me. Yeah, no one could show me anything in writing, but it's all right. I couldn't take it in, so I, took it back to my truck. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Dallas, I went to the game with Mike. We took it in with no problem. During the Vegas Cup, took it in with no problem. So Houston, it was 50-50. I said to myself, I have a good feeling it's going to be able to get in. I have a good feeling. I think Texas, they don't really trip about stuff like that. It seemed, there it is. Yep, there's the belt right there. Had a good view of that Spurs ass whooping on Houston. So
Did the belt
yeah,
have
man.
its own seat, dog?
Hey, belt has on seat. Look, you see it right there. Hey, even I'm telling you, man, I was not impressed by those Rockets seats, man. Like look at that. Look at them. They look like the old movie theater seats, right? The red, the wooden armrest,
The old
bro. They don't
rickety
even,
ones, bro. No,
bro. They don't even have cup holders, dog.
no, bro.
There's no cup holder, bro. I'm sitting there with my four top boys, trying to figure out what to do with these things, and bruh, no cup holders. So but yeah, the belt got in. First of all, I flew out of LAX. The last time I flew out, they made me take the belt out of my bag, and they wanted to look at it and stuff. This time, no issue. I rode through, so it was easy day in LA. And then yeah, man, I got to Houston. I got into the arena, bro. They didn't bat an eye. They were like, yep, just go over there, because to go through the metal detector type thing. So
Yeah.
hey, shout out to Houston and the Toyota Center for letting me take the belt in. They didn't trip, not one bit. Walked in, belt made it in. As soon as we get there, we already see some Necios. We already see a bunch of Spurs fans. They're already like, oh, "What's up? I watch the podcast. I know you from Twitter and stuff like that." So yeah, that was the move, bro. So that was it right there. That was
Pacifico, bro.
Pacifico at the end of the night. You know what's crazy? They don't do a lot of draft beer there at that arena, so there wasn't a lot of places for draft, like to stack the
Yeah.
cups. So I got the can Modelos and the can Pacificos going, but it was a
Like
blast,
that.
man. Yep, there it is. There's the belt. Yep, there
That's
it
the
is.
picture I was looking
There's
for.
yep, there it is. Me with the belt. We had some pretty good seats, man. I had a good experience there, man. And the fans,
Yeah.
real talk, even the Houston fans, shout out to them. They were mostly cool. We were mostly cool. I sat right next to a diehard Houston fan, but we were both just. He said, "Hey, I respect the Spurs." A lot of those fans, the ones that go to the game, I know the ones on Twitter or something else, but the fans that
Yeah.
go to the games, the Rockets
They
fans that
cool.
I met at the game, they were always saying, "Man, I respect the Spurs." They were like, "Man, we go back to the old school battles." And they respect the Spurs now. Like I met nothing but people that said they respect the team, and they were just, obviously they were ready for a battle. So I know on Twitter people talk mess to each other back and forth, but for the most part, like I said, I had a pretty good experience with the Rockets fans. Shout out to
You know
them,
what?
man. It was a good time.
Rockets fans and Spurs fans have something in common. Spurs legend T-Mac.
Yeah, facts. That's big. Yeah, that's
You
facts.
should go one time, dude, with the T-Mac Spurs jersey. We got to get you one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, real
We
talk,
can
man.
forget that one game he put up against the Spurs, where he brought this team from
Oh
behind.
man, yeah.
Dude.
What did he score? Like, I don't know, 13 points in like a couple of minutes or seconds or something crazy like that.
It was
Yeah,
crazy, dude.
yeah, it was wild. Yeah, and then man, poor T-Mac, man, he came to the Spurs in that 13 season, right? He was riding the pine. He was riding the pine, but he could have won a ring, bro. He could have won a ring if it wasn't for Ray Allen and that damn shot, bro, in 13, bro. T-Mac could have won a ring with the Spurs, bro, had it not been for
Yeah.
Ray Allen and that shot.
You know what, man? That shot, I hate even talking about it, dude. That pissed me
I
off
do
so
too.
bad, man. Me and my
I do too.
familia were outside watching it, right? Had the
Yeah.
whole family. There were like 30,
Hmm.
40 of us there watching the
Hmm.
damn game. People were already pulling up the trucks. Y tanto, dude. We're ready to go
Yeah.
downtown honking. We're watching at my cousin Tony's house, right? And Tony's just a stone's throw away from downtown, bro. So we
Hmm.
lined up the trucks and everything. Everybody
You're
ready to
ready.
roll, bro.
Hmm.
We're ready. Vamos. Boom, boom, boom. No, hombre, con la last minute shot, dude. Everybody was
Hmm.
throwing their hat at the TV. We're all pissed off. It turned into a
Bro.
heavy drinking day that day, and the
Yeah.
evening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
we'd
yeah.
say, turn it off, bro. I said, turn it. I don't
Yeah.
want to see it no more. Turn it off. I've seen
Yeah.
enough. You know, bad
Bro, I had
memories.
yeah, I had just graduated from the University of Texas program at the ROTC that year, and I was heading to Virginia, to Quantico, Virginia, like the DC area for my next training for the officer course.
Yeah,
And we were driving, I was married at the time, so Christina and my boys, we were all driving from Austin to Quantico, Virginia, right? 20 plus hour drive. Um, and we were timing our stops to the game. So it was during the series, right? So
yeah,
it was during the Spurs Heat series, and so we headed out and like whatever like it was like, all right, tonight the Spurs game one or whatever. So we wherever we were, whether it's New Orleans or Houston or wherever, we stopped and said, all right, this is where we're stopping for the night to watch the game. So literally, we went through
damn,
the different games, right? So I was watching that game in a hotel in Florida, because that's where our stop was. And
yeah.
man, I'll never forget, bro. I thought we had it, dog. I thought they had it.
Me
I
too.
thought they had it, bro. Just like I'm sure a lot of people in our chat that's powered by PF Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock San Antonio. A lot of people in our chat, I'm sure, felt the same way, bro. They were bringing out the ropes. They were bringing out the champagne,
The
and then Ray
stage, y
Allen.
tanto,
I know. And one rebound away, bro. One rebound away.
one
You get
rebound,
that
bro.
rebound and you're good, bro. You get Ray Allen, man. I'll never forget, bro. But the presence of mind for him to step back, because he got that ball inside the three line. Remember that, right?
Yeah,
He had the presence of mind to
step
step
back.
back, get into the three, and man, it
He
was tough.
was,
But
he was who was guarding him, bro. He knew.
I know,
He
I
said,
know. He
"Easy
had
money,
Tony.
dude.
He had Tony
Barbecue
on him.
chicken. Barbecue
Tony was
chicken."
small. Tony was a small defender.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jay Pettis says it still hurts. It does, bro.
it
It does.
does,
And
bro.
it's like you even forget that there was still a game seven. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you knew it was deflated. Like you knew they weren't going to take that game seven. So even though there was a game seven and it was a good game, man, but that's the one you knew you let it go. You let it go, man. We have a super chat by Mario
yeah.
Cavazos.
Let's go ahead and play it.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Here you go. Thank you, Mario, for the 199 super chat. He goes, "It's Friday and we don't give a damn, cabrones." I said, "That's
We
right."
don't
And you
give a
know what else
damn.
it is? It's Friday, and you know what?
It's payday.
It's Friday and I'm broke. My check better not be short.
I tell
You
you,
know
what,
what, bro?
we might be
I get
having
it,
another government shutdown,
bro.
by the
That's
by
what I was
the end
about
of the
to say,
day.
dog.
So yeah.
That was all the chatter yesterday, man.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
talking to all our agents that we have out here in the field and everything, man.
Mhm.
We were talking and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, man, what do you think about this furlough, dog?" I'm like, "Hey, man, that's all you, man. I don't get affected by it, but I hope
Yeah.
not, because you feel
Yeah.
bad for these guys, man. Like our coworkers and stuff,
Mhm.
they have families and stuff to take care of, man. And the furlough
Mhm.
affects everyone. When you get furloughed, dude. And then sometimes
Yeah.
it takes a little bit of time for everything to come back. And again, dude, they just finished going through that not too long ago. I don't want to see them go through it again, dude. So hopefully they can get things going,
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll find out tonight. The budget, the continuing resolution only went through January 31st, which is a Saturday.
Yep.
So today is the last work day of the budget, right? So we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if we're furloughed or not. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't mind taking a couple of weeks off.
Spurload.
Man,
You get spurload,
I
not
get
furloughed.
spurload. Exactly. I get spurload, dog. I get spurload, bro. So the adventures of the employee who is spurload and gets to travel around. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. My birthday's coming up. I could take 2 weeks off and chill for
You
a
might tell
little bit,
Myra you get furloughed. Hey, I'm not going.
Hey,
I'm gonna spend another day here.
yeah, exactly. I might extend my trip out here to Texas. Like I said, I'm out here in Houston. I got here Wednesday for the game. It was a blast. Stayed the weekend through with Myra. She's camera shy. She's over there. But
she's real. I said hi to her before we started the show. I said hi.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Mexican Junior brings up a good point about the stuff we were talking about. He says 14 doesn't happen without 13. That's true. I agree. I think the 14 journey started in 13. So it was almost like a movie, a comeback movie, because yeah, you have that 13 heartbreak, and 14 was just so sweet. You know, it was so sweet coming back from that.
That was the biggest turnaround there, revenge. You know, because a team, when you get that kind of heartbreak, man, you can just go ahead and just be like, it broke us, man. That's it. We're done. You know, but it gave them that motivation to come back stronger and with the chip on their shoulder and be like, you know what? We know we let this one get away from us. We're not going to let it happen again. And they took care of business.
Right. Exactly.
And you know
I
what?
agree.
Real talk, man. And I know Spurs fans hate it. If it wasn't for Kawhi Leonard in 2014, maybe we wouldn't have won that chip convincingly the way we did.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, I mean, you know how I feel about Kawhi, bro. You can check my pin tweet if you want to know how I feel about Kawhi. However, yeah, it can't be denied. His importance cannot be denied. Yeah, about what it was in 14. It really can't. So I miss that Kawhi, bro. It's like it's like an ex, right? It's like an ex. No, hold on. Follow me. I'm already getting dirty looks over here. But
that's all you, dog. I'm not saying nothing.
Follow me. You might miss the ex that you had in the beginning, right? That you don't miss the ex that is now. That's not the ex that you miss. You don't miss her no more. You know what I mean? What you might miss what was in the beginning, right? What started, right? When things were great. That's what Kawhi is, okay? That's what Kawhi is. I don't miss Kawhi. I miss the Kawhi in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I mean, I'm just saying, dog.
You miss the honeymoon phase, dog. That's all it is.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
You don't miss the person that they are now. You know what I mean? But you would say to yourself, like, man, I do miss maybe that beginning part, that beginning person that no longer exists. That's what Kawhi is. You know what I'm saying? That's what Kawhi is. Yeah.
Oh God, Jay said it's before she became a torta. No, bro.
Yeah. You miss the beginning person that they used to be. That's what's Kawhi. That's how I feel about Kawhi.
Yeah.
I don't miss Kawhi. I don't want Kawhi back, but I do remember what he was in the beginning and how exciting it was when he came on board. And you got to remember, they traded George Hill, right, for that Kawhi trade. Pop loved George Hill, right? Pop loved George Hill. The city loved George Hill. So they had a lot. He was going to be the next coming of the post Duncan era. A lot of the team, a lot of the moves were made around Kawhi and all that kind of stuff, right? So that there was a problem when he did leave because the team was constructed to be with Kawhi. What does it say?
Real Bobby February says we all have that Kawhi from the past. If you know, you know.
Oh, exactly. I'm just saying.
That's gonna be another one. You already gave us gold last week, Rick.
Oh my God, bro! I'm telling you, bro. It's oh man.
Get you a girlfriend who respects your wife, dog. Will you put that on your shirt, man?
Get your girlfriend who respects your wife, bro. That's the all-time classic quote. Put it on a shirt, put it on a hat, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rick been spitting out knowledge to everybody last week, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Relationship goals, relationship knowledge, bro. We'll get into some relationship talk a little later. I got a couple of things hosted right here. So
I'm about to cut off his Wi-Fi. No, man.
We're gonna hear the ribbit sound again, bro. We're gonna hear the frog again in the background.
Side Nuggets kept respecting them wives.
Hey, I'm telling you, everybody lives in harmony. You know what I mean? Everybody's happy. Everybody lives in harmony. But yeah, man. My guy Ish, man. I got to see him. I got to see him in Houston, bro. He says, "Thanks for the pick with the belt on Wednesdays, Fernandez. Yeah, man. He saw how heavy it was, bro. Shout out to my
Yeah.
guy Ish, man. It was cool to meet him, man. He's a cool people, man. He said, he watches the show and he's here, man. I was glad to meet him in Houston, man. So yeah, we were taking a picture and I told him like, hey, you hold the belt, right? Because
Yeah.
I always tell people that I give the belt to people. They can hold it, they can wear it, they can take pictures with it. Like I don't charge. Anybody. I ain't like some other people. I ain't like some other people. If you know, you know. But
You ain't like the Most High.
Exactly. I ain't like the holier than thou. I ain't like the holier than thou. So I'm just saying. But no, man. Yeah, man. My guy Ish, man. I gave him the belt and he held it. He was like, damn, that thing is heavy, man. So yeah, man. Good to meet you out there, big dog.
What did Rockets fans say when you walk in with the belt?
Oh man. Oh yeah, a lot of them were like, "What's that? What's that? What the hell?" There was one guy, this like hype guy or something, that was like in the stands, and he was like talking mess when I was like walking up to get a beer, and I kind of just like try to like give him a fist pump, like, "Hey, it's all love," and he like left me hanging. So then I was like, "All right, well, fuck you then," And then he was like, "Oh no," he was the only one. Everybody else was good, man. Other people literally were like, "Damn, I like that belt." Literally other Spurs fans, bro, would be like, they would like walk up to me and be like, "Can I look at that?" I'm like, "Bro, you can hold it, bro." Like I'll give them the belt. They take pictures with it. It was fun, man. But yeah, Rockets fans, it caught everybody's eye. I'm telling you, bro. You walk in with that belt, it catches everybody's eyes. It catches obviously Spurs fans, but even fans of the other team, because they're looking at it like, what is that? What is going on here? So yeah, it's a good time, bro. We're working on the belt to have its own social media, man, and its own adventures. Myra's gonna tackle that and run that. So the belt's gonna have its own adventures and social media presence. So
I was gonna ask, how did it feel to be the passenger prince in the Tessie, bro?
Oh, bro, I've been passenger prince in the Tessie all week, all week and all weekend, bro. I'm chilling, bro. I'm passenger prince in the Tessie. You know what I'm saying?
You getting her Dutch brothers at least, bro?
Oh, bro, you already know.
I gotta say, because she's right there. I'm waiting for her to say something. I said Dutch brothers instead of Dutch bros, just for Myra.
She knows. She knows this. She knows the Dutch brothers is there. Exactly. Spoiled daddy. I've been spoiled all week, bro. I've been passenger prince in the Tessie. I'm chilling, bro. Hey, Houston. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't been to Houston in a while. I don't. You know what I think about Houston and all that. But I've had a good time since I've been out here, man. We found some good spots to eat and stuff like that. We're actually like outside. We're like in the outskirts, and all that. But it's still F Houston, but my experience here has been a good one. She's made it a good one. So so that's good. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, I was actually surprised at the fans that I met in Houston that were cool. They weren't being obnoxious. They weren't being, like I said, onesies or twosies, but that's every arena. I've been to many arenas, and onesie twosies you have that are kind of mouthy, but I try to de-escalate that. I try to be cool and laugh and joke with people, and if somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, the Spurs suck," I'm like, okay, like whatever, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit there and argue.
So does your city, so does your city, dog.
Exactly. So I usually end up dabbing up with people, and we end up being cool. There was a couple next to us where she was a Spurs fan and a guy was a Rockets fan, and they were really cool people, and we started talking to them. So it was a good time, man. All in all, it was a good time, man. And then the Spurs won, man. They came back. They were down, man. It was looking tough for a while, and the Rockets fans were loving it. But yeah, the moment I got that belt, I started doing a little twirl, a 360 turn with the belt, Oh, it was fun, man. It was a good time.
What we should have done? If I was there with you, I would have been pointing. You know how like Luke Cornett did that thing? I would have been doing that when they were running for the exits. Remember when they started? You hate to see it, dude. When the Houston Rockets fans start heading towards the exits, I would have been boom.
Oh yeah, that's the move. The move should be like, it's time for you to head. Time for you to
point
head
to the exit.
Exactly.
Yep, they would have gotten mad at this too.
It was a good time. Oh yeah, man, it was a good time. There was a good amount of Spurs fans out there representing. I met a lot of cool people. Like I said, I even met cool Houston fans. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but I met some cool people there actually that were Houston fans, diehard. A lot of them, like I said, the real ones were like, "Hey, I respect the Spurs." That they out of their mouth, bro, and I appreciate that. But yeah, it was a good time, man. Houston's been good to me so far. I still got the rest of the weekend to be here through. So we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up.
Jonathan Pettis was saying Champagne got hit in the eye. He's a game to I guess day-to-day, decision there.
Game time decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. They said he left the game in Houston, didn't kind of,
Yeah, that
come
sucks,
back or
man.
whatever.
Yeah,
So
that's a tough one. I hope so,
hopefully,
man. Hopefully he's all right, man. He's been hitting, man. He's been hitting them threes. I like to see him in the 3-point contest, man. I really would, man. I would like to see him. The Spurs are going to be represented very well in the All-Star game. You got, obviously Wemby, All-Star starter. You got the Rising Star game where David Jones Garcia from Austin Spurs will be there. Of course,
yeah,
the Slash brothers, right? Dylan Harper and Castle will be there in the Rising Stars game. So a lot of representation for the Spurs. I would like, and Carter Bryant, dunk contest. How
dunk
about that?
contest.
How about that? You know what? I'm not going to lie, bro. I get the alert, right? And I see Shams and I see Jackson Hayes and Carter Bryant. That's where my
Yeah.
eyes go to when I get that alert. I thought it was a trade, bro. I was about to have a heart attack, bro. You know how it is. You get an alert and it says Shams from Shams, and on my mind, I'm thinking it's a trade. And I see Jackson Hayes and I see Carter Bryant, and I was like, I'm about to hyperventilate, dog. And so I open it and I'm reading it and I'm trying to read it, and it says they were invited to the dunk contest, So, but yeah, man, shout out to Carter Bryant to be in dunk contest. He's from Riverside. Right, he's a Cali guy. He's LA. Riverside's right outside of LA, so I think it's going to be a good representation for him. I'm sure his family's going to be there. So shout out to him. I was a little surprised that he was invited, right, because of all the he misses dunks and stuff like that. So it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little odd to see him invited. We talked about this in the last episode, Joe, where a lot of people are praising Castle for not doing the dunk contest. I'm in the minority, I guess, in that group. Like, I'd rather see Castle out there doing his thing. I mean, why not? But all good. I mean, it was a little surprising. It's a little ironic, actually, because of the whole Carter Bryant misses dunks. And, yeah, there was a joke about he's going to shave his head if he misses dunks. And
that's what he would look like.
yeah. So it's kind of ironic because he does miss a lot of in-game dunks, and it's becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And for him to get invited to the dunk contest, at first, after I realized it wasn't a trade and I realized it was about the dunk contest, I had to make sure it wasn't a fake Shams. I was like, is this scams Sharania or Shams Sharania? Because I thought it was odd that Carter Bryant got invited to the dunk contest. But hey, good for him. Like I said, the representation is going to be good. He's from Riverside, which is not too far from LA. I'm sure his family's going to be in attendance. It's going to be a good thing. So shout out to Carter Bryant, man. I'm going to try to get myself out there, man. Those All-Star Weekend package tickets are crazy expensive, like
They are.
ridiculous. Like, they're beyond crazy. Like, I don't know, like, they make it for like celebrities to go, but I'm not too far, obviously, from LA. I might try to find my way over there just to see if I can, get in or see what the deal is around there. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, man, All-Star Weekend in LA is going to be a good time, man. Intuit Dome, Clippers home arena, Spurs well represented.
Yeah, it's all going to happen next weekend, I believe, too.
Yes.
So starts on Friday. They're gonna have the Rising Stars Challenge. I'm gonna go ahead and watch that.
The following week, actually, it's after the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. So not
Yeah.
it's because Super Bowl, and then it's like the week. It's like
That's
it's Valentine's.
correct.
It's Valentine's weekend. It's Valentine's
Yeah,
weekend. is
the
what it is.
Valentine's weekend on the 13th. And I
Mhm.
forgot Super Bowl's next weekend. So damn, dude, I gotta go and get ready here because I gotta go ahead and start buying some hot wings, man. Because I told my
Mhm.
friends, because I'm gonna go to their party, and I was saying, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the wings. So I'm gonna go get one of those 8-pound thing of wings from
Mhm.
Costco
Yeah.
and some other stuff and take it to the party. Because I'm not
Right.
gonna show up to the party with Hill Country Fair soda, bro. Come on now.
Come on,
You
bro.
know?
You can't.
Come
You
on,
can't show up
dog.
empty-handed either. Come on. Yeah.
You're gonna go to the party, bro. Bring name brand. Come on, dog.
Bring something
You're gonna
good.
bring Coke. Don't bring the HEB cola. Bring the real deal. Bring the real deal. The Coca-Cola. So that's my only
Yeah.
pet peeve, bro. It's like, why you invite people over, right? Like, you have a big old spread. You got the barbecue going. You bring in the brisket, putting
Yeah.
fajitas. You're not putting no bar ass weenies on the grill, And then they bring in the freaking Hill Country Fair or the HEB brand cola. I'm like, look, dog, I like it too, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie, like
Look
the
at
Diet Dr. B
yeah.
hit different, but come on, dude.
Look at it. Sam Selena says he'll cut you first soda and bar as weenies.
No, hombre, bro. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm
Not the
leaving,
bar S.
bro. Not the
Yeah,
bar
yeah.
S, bro. No,
Not the
hombre,
bar
dude.
S. Yeah.
I'm gonna give that to Mike for his birthday, bro. I'm gonna get him a big old package of
Oh,
Barres Wienes, and
you
we're
don't
gonna
know
get
what
him
bar
some.
S is, bro.
Yeah, the
You don't know
Barres
what.
Wiener. Of course, I know what it is. But I said I'm gonna buy him that, and I'm gonna get him a dozen eggs. And I'm gonna tell Chica, all right, man, take care of my boy Wiener and egg tacos. You
Hey,
know,
get it done, bro. Get it done. That's some good drunk food, bro. I'll tell you that right now. That's some good drunk food, hangover food in the morning, whatever you
little
want to
bit of
call it. You
Valentina
know,
on it, dude.
little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it brings you back. It brings you back when you were jefita. You know, would make all that when you were young, you're a kid. You know, you wake up in the morning, dog. Hey, it brings you back. You know, so
Is
good
Mike
times,
okay?
man.
Mike is fine. Mike is just getting another procedure done. He had a follow up today, so he couldn't be here with us. He's getting his teeth worked on. So
Yep.
prayers out to Mike, man, and hopefully
Hey,
he has a speedy recovery.
oh, I was is no, she's not a dental assistant, right? She's a medical or
Oh no, she's a
his
dental
girl.
hygienist, so
Oh,
she
okay.
does
So
like
she
cleanup
might be
work.
working. She might be working on Mike's teeth, prepping
She
him for the
was
dentist. You know, I don't. You
real
know, I don't
talk. She
know.
was yesterday.
There you.
She
Oh,
was
really?
working on his
Okay,
teeth.
okay. No, okay. I was joking, but okay. There you
No,
go.
no.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
He was sending us pictures. He sent us pictures in the other group chat that we have,
Mhm.
and him and Chica. He was showing us the pictures. They put him under, bro. They had him with the laughing gassy. So I'm
Oh,
like, oh,
hey,
dog.
hey, that laughing gas will get you, dog. I'm
Oh,
telling you. I
for
don't know if
real,
you have
man.
you ever. I don't know how many of y'all ever been under that laughing gas, bro. That stuff, like, it's funny because I remember when I got my wisdom teeth pulled out years ago, and I
Yeah.
remember like I had it, and at first I was like, man, this ain't nothing. Like I was like, I don't feel nothing, you know what I mean? And then I started like feeling it, and it's like, bro, it's like oh man, this is where you're gonna know the OGs. Y'all remember Whippets? You remember Whippets? You remember that? Those Whippets where you put it in a balloon? You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. And I know
Damn, dog.
Mario Cavazos and the other old OGs know what I'm talking about. You remember that in high school?
Oh, dude.
Myra's looking at me like I'm crazy. She's like 7 years younger than us, or younger than me, so she
Yeah,
probably doesn't
yeah.
know what I'm talking about. But listen, Whippets, dog, right? It's uh bro, you put it into a balloon. It's basically laughing gas. So
Yeah.
you put it, you put it into a balloon, and then you just
Uh-huh.
inhale it, and bro, it just, bro, oh my god, dude, I did that shit in like high school, middle school, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's like the things for the what do you call it? Oh man, whipped cream. Like
Yeah,
it's like
the
a
whipped
little,
cream.
yeah, the
It's
little,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah,
doing the gas. You're just taking
the
the gas
gas,
out of
yeah,
the can,
yeah,
dude. That's all it is.
exactly, yeah, the gas out of the can of the whipped cream. They sell those little things like at a, oh man, what was that place? Not Hot Topic. Oh
It
my,
was a
like Planet
Planet
K,
K.
Planet K or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
The
Planet
head
K. See,
shops.
San
Yeah.
Antonio knows about Planet K, right? So you go to Planet K. See, Mario Cavazos knows. You go to Planet K, right? You get those little whippet things. You get a bunch of them, right? And you put them into the balloons, and you just take them in,
Yeah.
bro. It's laughing gas. That's what it is, basically, bro. You feel like you're floating, dog. Like you feel like you're floating, like real talk.
Getting high off the can of keyboard dusters.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This is old stuff. Myra's looking at me like I'm crazy right now, bro. This is old school 1999
That was
stuff,
killing
bro.
brain
You
cells,
know.
dog. That's killing brain
Oh,
cells.
I know. It is. I'll tell you one thing I never did. I always thought was stupid was like huffing paint. You remember people would like
Oh
huff
man,
paint?
dude.
I never got in. I never understood that, dude. I never got the
No.
point of that. But I guess it's kind of the similar idea.
Yeah.
But
We used to do the
yeah,
same thing, remember, with like the helium-filled balloons when you were in high school or
yeah,
whatever, middle school,
yeah.
being stupid, and you would inhale it and then you would sound like a chipmunk for a couple seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody being
Man.
stupid and necio, you know?
We're showing our age, dog. We're
Yeah.
showing our age here. We're showing
Does
we're in our
permanent marker
40s.
hit
We're
differently?
in our
Dude, you could
40s
get a
and
major
oh
headache off of
man.
that, dude. No, man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Hey, but let's talk about this, man. This is something that I heard before we came out on the show, that could affect all the, San Antonio Spurs fans. And this is going to be what's happening with the regional sports networks here, which is primarily FanDuel network.
Mhm.
So I heard this through the Sports Business Journal, man. They're reporting here that the FanDuel Sports Network is going to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy as early as next week. So if you're a Spurs fan, how does this affect you? Well, if you use the FanDuel Sports app, the app for your phone, for your TV, smart TV or whatever, and that's how you're watching your Spurs game, you're paying the $20-something a month like me. and everybody else that wants to watch your local San Antonio Spurs play basketball, because you well know that when you have like NBA League Pass, there's certain areas that are still blocked out, and you
Yeah.
can't watch the Spurs games unless you have the FanDuel Sports app. So if they go and file Chapter 7, that means they have to liquidate. That means they're done. Then they're not going to be in existence anymore. So the halfway mark of the season here means that Spurs fans might be without a way to watch the San Antonio Spurs play basketball. We might be going old school, dude. Because remember back in the day, you had to pay like $50, $60 to watch your Spurs games on
Yeah.
pay-per-view with
Oh yeah.
Paragon cable at the time. And the way we would actually watch or listen to the games was just over the air, on the radio, because sometimes you
Yeah.
didn't have like the $60 or what to pay for the game. So we might be going back doing that if the San Antonio Spurs, if they wind up saying, hey, the regional sports deal is done, you have to go ahead and you're forced now to look for another home to show the games. They're going to be forced to go ahead and make a deal with like Cans 5 or somebody local to go ahead and show the games for the rest of the season, just so the Spurs fans have a means to show to watch the games. So that means you might want to get on the deal and get an HD antenna here pretty soon, because if this does happen, then guess what? The price of those HD antennas is going to go up, and everybody's going to be buying them left and right, because now you don't have to pay the $20. You can just go ahead and watch it for free on Cans 5 or channel 29 or whatever it is that they're going to make a deal with, here local. So just keep that in mind if you're a Spurs fan, and what's going to happen with FanDuel, because they on life support, Rick. They got them against the ropes, and they might just get delivered that haymaker, dude. And if that happens, that's going to be the end of RSN's regional sports networks, man. That's it. They're dead. They put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, man. Yeah, real quick, shout out to William. I see you, brother. You're right. I see you about the whippets. But yeah, going back to what you're talking about, Joe, it's sad. You know what's sad? Here's the thing. Again, I'm originally, if you don't know, I'm originally from San Antonio, born and raised and all that, right? Went to John Jay, Puro Exit 7 Marbach, joined the Marine Corps, been taken all over the world, been blessed by the Marine Corps to take me all over the world. I live in San Diego now. It's easier for me to live in San Diego to watch the Spurs games than it is for people that are local there, which is sad. Because for me, dog, all I do is I have the NBA League Pass through Hulu, and I get every game without a hitch. I can watch the Spurs broadcast. I can watch the other team's broadcast, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's sad, actually, that I think it's easier to watch the Spurs when you don't live there. You know what I mean? That's what's it's crazy that like that. Because like I said, through the League Pass, bro, I've never had a problem watching Spurs games, bro. Yeah, I pay for the League Pass and all that kind of stuff. And my sons, they like to watch all the other games. So it's worth it. But for me, I just watch the Spurs games. But my boys watch, and even through the League Pass, you could buy just like the Spurs. Like you could buy just a team, or you could buy the entire pass and watch every game, right? And it is worth it. And you pay like in payments. You know what I mean? Like it's part of your cable bill, or not cable bill, but it's part of your like Hulu or whatever. So you pay the
streaming bill.
Yeah, your streaming deal, whatever. Yeah. So you pay it in payments. I don't know what it is, $200-$300, whatever it is. I don't even know how much it is. But anyway, point I'm trying to make is it's sad that it's easier to watch Spurs games when you don't live there, because when you live here, if you get the League Pass, they block out the local games, right? So like my league pass blocks out like the Lakers and Clippers games, which I don't give a crap about, right? Obviously, but because they want you to watch them on the local Lakers stations, right? Or the local Clipper station, right? Yeah, network. So so for me, my league pass blocks out local LA games. So if you're in San Antonio and you buy the league pass, it blocks out the local obviously San Antonio games, which is crazy, and people are talking about like streaming services, and there's like I'm sure people could find like what do you call it, like illegal or free streaming or whatever,
Stream East and all that.
Stream East and all that. What is it, meth? I don't know, something crack streams, or I don't know. There's all these streaming things that you can watch or whatever. My guy says 78251. Hell yeah, represent. But yeah, man, it's just sad, man, because at the end of the day, it's about making money, right? It's all about making money. And it hurts people, that can't watch these games and want to watch them and all that. And yeah, Mexican Junior is talking about, if you're savvy with like Joe, you're savvy with
Yeah.
technology and all that. You can find all these ways to watch games. Everybody doesn't know about all those streaming and illegal ways to watch games or whatever it is or whatever links and here and that. And some people just look, man, I'm just trying to watch these games, bro. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing with boxing, and we're gonna talk boxing a little bit later because there's a big fight this weekend in New York City, Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez, and we're gonna get into it a little bit later. But boxing has the same issue about like people find these illegal streams and they try to shut them down and all this and that. I usually just try to buy the pay-per-views just because it's just easier for me, I know there's ways to watch it free and all that, but I always
Yeah.
worry that my biggest worry is like I'm gonna have because I always have big people at the house and it's a big party. My biggest worry is I go to one of those free streams, illegal or whatever, and I have all these people over, and then it just like buffers out, like right when Canelo's about to like come out, that's
Yeah.
worrisome for me. So like I just bite the bullet and pay for the pay-per-view or whatever. But that's just me, but I know a lot of people tell me like, man, I got a streaming thing, I know where to go, and I have IPTV and all that, but it's just tough. It's like why does it got to be this difficult? You know what I mean? And we know why, because it comes down to money, right? At the end of the day, all those networks, all those big wigs want money,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep an eye out on it. Like I said, just something to, if you're a Spurs fan, just keep an eye out on what's happening. They'll probably say something either locally here via the news, or you might see something pop up on your feed somewhere on social media. Because again, it's just going to be something that not only affects Spurs fans, but other regional sports networks across the country as well. Because the FanDuel Sports Network had brought the rights to go ahead and show MLB games, hockey games, and also NBA games. So now that they've missed payments, they missed their payments for some of these NBA teams. They want that feria, dude. You can't be showing our
Yeah.
games for free. You know how that goes, So
Yeah.
if they can't afford to pay, everybody's gonna say you defaulted on your contract. We're pulling the rights away. And basically at that point in time, if everybody decides to pull out FanDuel, they're dead in the water, because they were trying to
Mhm.
work a deal to see if they could go ahead and sell the network to the zone, but that
Mhm.
never fell through.
I
I
saw
don't
that.
even know
I
if they
saw
made
that.
a toss. They made a pitch to
Mhm.
them and let them know, hey, this is what we're going to offer. We want to go have you buy the network. Maybe they're just too far gone, because
Mhm.
they have a
Mhm.
lot of debt. And I know that in the past, when they were Bally's, they used to be Fox Sports Southwest. Then they
Yeah.
got bought out and they got sold to Bally Sports. Bally's went under there and they went ahead and sold the rights to FanDuel. Now it's just FanDuel Sports Network. So these
Yeah.
RSNs, dude, these regional sports networks, they have been on life support for quite some time, because the other companies that acquire them still have the debt. That's the problem. As long as they still have that debt, they're not really making a profit. So here we are, man. So things are going to be changing here soon. So something to keep an eye on.
And,
Definitely.
and the worst part of this, Joe, it's in the middle of the season.
It is, dude.
You
That
know what I
sucks.
mean? It's in the middle of the season. If it was like at the end of the season, during the off season, then people got time to kind of figure all this out. Bro, we're barely coming into All-Star break. And for a lot of people, All-Star break is when the season starts, quote unquote,
Yeah.
right? For a lot of fans and a lot of people. I get it. Super Bowl's over and all that, NFL. Some of us are just crazy sickos about the Spurs that we watch like the G League and the Vegas Summer League and all that. A lot of people don't really get into NBA until after the All-Star break, which is fine. No big deal.
Yeah.
But so it's just like the worst time for this to be a thing. You know what I
It
mean? Like
is.
that's my thing too, is like this is the worst time for this to even be brought up, and now it's a problem. Like, bro, get to the end of the season. You know what I mean? And then at least work through it after that,
They ain't got enough money to make it through, man. That's the problem. They're
I
they're
know, I
defaulting
know,
on
I
their
know,
payments, So
I know.
it
Yeah,
sucks,
yeah,
dude. Well, this is
yeah,
something that all teams should have thought about before the season's even started for them, But
yeah.
yet here we are. So it doesn't even look like they're going to be able to make it through the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
So something to think about. You don't have an HD antenna? You might want to go buy that $10 one. Just have it on standby, dude.
Somebody earlier in the chat I saw it. It was way up there, but they were talking about the black boxes We lost you, Joe. Oh, there you go. Or the brown box or whatever they call it. That back in the day.
I remember
Good.
that.
Yeah. My dad had that. My dad had that black box, and we get all the Chavez fights back in the day. And we're talking 90s, right? So we had all the fights, all the paper, all the WWE or WWF back in the day. It was all part of that black box thing that you had, you know.
I remember that.
You know what was crazy was I remember like my dad used like cable guys would come and like my dad would like go to like box or something and like unplug it so like make it seem like we don't have it and then have to like replug it or something like that. I don't know.
They would send a signal out, so they had this signal that they would send out, and you had to put a little filter on the back of the box.
Yeah,
especially if you had like satellite TV, because my uncle was infamous for that.
Yeah. Sam says scrambler. Yeah, they would like. They would like jam it somehow or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I was a kid. I just remember my dad would be like, "Oh, the cable guy is like going around house to house or whatever," and he'd go and like undo whatever, and then
the 99 programming. If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. All that color, all that green and red, all that green and blue and red screen that was covering it.
Channel 99, dog.
Channel 99. Channel 99. Hey, listen. Hey, I tell you what. You couldn't see it, but you could hear it.
Oh,
you understand
dude,
what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You could hear it. I'm just saying. You might not be able to see it. You might be lucky and get. You might be lucky and get a little titty or a little nipple here and there. But like, you might not be able to see it, but you hear it. You know what I'm saying?
I could see a 10-year-old, 11-year-old Rick over there with the scrambler, changing the little. Remember the little switch,
bro? I was sitting there Indian style, crisscross applesauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, that's how we know the OGs are coming to the chat today, man.
Little 9-10-year-olds Fernandez was sitting there, crisscross applesauce, watching that Channel 99, bro, at about 11 o'clock at night. When my parents are asleep, Shit, you know what
or what was the other one? The Red Shoe Diaries. Remember?
Oh, bro, Red Shoe Diaries, bro. Hey, after the boxing, it was after the boxing, bro. Yeah. Showtime, Red Shoe Diaries. Shit.
Oh, dog.
Oh my God, man. There's a reason why. Hey, there's a reason why I became a parent at 14, dog. You know what I'm saying, bro?
For
like,
real,
come
man.
on, dog. Like, you watching that stuff, bro? You know what it is.
Yeah.
Shit.
And look at what I got right here, dude.
Dutch Brothers.
The Dutch Bros.
I'm rocking Myra's purple Stanley. You know what I mean? Because I'm traveling and I don't have my own Stanley, so I gotta, you know what I gotta do.
You gotta use hers.
Yeah, man, that's funny, dude. That brings back old school memories, bro. About that stuff. But Red Shoe Diaries, dog. Oh man, Up All Night. Hey, you remember that Rhonda Shears Up All Night? Rhonda Shears Up All Night thing? Yeah, bro.
I remember that.
When you're 10 years old, man, you see the woman on your TV like that, bro. It changes you, dog. Shit.
Rick said 9 years old, man. I don't want to play with toys no more, dude. I'm done.
Oh, bro. I'm done with the Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior figures, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm 9-10 years old, bro. I was done with the little WWE figures. Legion of Doom, Wrestling Buddies. Yeah, exactly.
You'd be like, Mike, I don't play with dolls no more, dude.
Yeah.
Feature Mike, dude. Feature Mike, dude.
I get G.I. Joes, bro, all that stuff, bro. That went out the window about 10, 11 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I lost my virginity when I was 12, dog. Like, real talk. We want to talk relationships. I mean, I lost my virginity at 12, bro. Like, real talk. I know that's crazy. That is crazy. You know, I have a brother that's 6 years older than me, so I was always with him and his friends, you know, so I was always acting older and I was always around an older crowd, you know. And, you know, she was 16, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I was like, hey, dog, like, at 12, dog, I was like, see, this is it. This is the move, you know what I mean? So, bro, you know, so there's a reason why I am the way I am, you know what I mean? We're getting into the, like, the genesis of the what is it? The origin story, right?
Origin story.
Yeah.
Boy, then Myra, dude.
Bro, I wish you could see her right now. She's so camera shy. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she's
I know she's making
like,
faces, dude. I know she's making
like
faces.
I'm crazy, dog. She's looking at me like I'm crazy.
She's
Oh
like, we're
my
gonna have a
god.
talk after the show, man.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know about this guy. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt. Yeah,
This
Tales
full
from
of
the Crypt was.
cochinas.
Yeah,
Real
that's
talk, dog.
facts.
Real talk.
Real talk. No, it was. Yeah, there was some. I remember that Tales from the Crypt. Man, Mario's bringing me back. You know who it was? It was Ernie Hudson. You know Ernie Hudson,
Oh
right?
yeah,
You
yeah. I
know,
remember
yeah,
him.
Ernie
The guy
Hudson,
from
bro.
Ghostbusters and all that. Yeah.
There was a Tales from the Crypt, and Mario might remember this one where he was a cochino, bro. He was a freaking cochino, bro. He was a like ran a circus, and he was like
Yeah.
having these females. I'm just saying, it's Ernie Hudson was a cochino on Tales of the Crypt. Mario might
Yeah,
remember
man.
that, but
Hey man, I was gonna say too, we're gonna start getting into some boxing talk here, and we're also gonna
yeah,
talk about the WWE. They're gonna have the
yeah,
Royal Rumble too. So
mhm.
a lot of things happening over on the other side of the world, this
Yeah,
weekend. So yeah,
absolutely.
let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor here, uh PF Chang San Antonio, man. They help power the chat. And if you
Yeah,
go out there, let Sean Quintero know to Area 210 sent you. So let's go ahead and give him some love. PF Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of PF Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. PF Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. All the
so you're
cochinos in
gonna
the
pour
house,
this.
bro.
Yeah.
HBO,
Hey,
Real
hey,
Sex,
hey,
That
HBO
House.
Real Sex? Yeah. Dude, Mexican Junior knows what I'm talking about. Hey, those
Ooh.
those HBO Real Sex segments, dog, were no joke, bro. They were no joke. They were no
Man,
joke.
y'all some necios here, man. This shit's funny, dude. Has
Hey,
me
no.
laughing.
No, those HBO Real Sex, they had all these different segments, right? Like different
Yeah, I
dignities.
remember
And
that, dude.
bro, there was some that were about like domination and submissive and all that kind of
Everything,
stuff.
dude.
Bro,
De
that's when I first
todo.
learned about that, bro. When I first learned about that, I said, okay. I said, oh, okay. I said, all right, I know about this domination submissive thing. I like
Little
that.
Rick was like, "Do go on, do go
Yeah,
on."
yeah, do tell. Do tell. Yeah. Yeah. Call me daddy.
The-
Call me daddy.
they
Yeah,
said, what happened
yeah,
to Alberto Del Rio?" Yeah,
yeah.
dude, that's all video of that guy, man. Former
Oh man.
WWE wrestler,
Yeah,
man. He apparently
yeah,
he went nuts, dude, on a television Mexican television station, dude.
yeah. Oh
He just
wow.
started beating up on some dude on live TV, man. They had to
Oh,
separate him
I didn't see that. That happened recently.
recently, dude. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I saw it on social media and I was like, damn, that's Alberto Del Rio? And then they showed him and he was fighting with some other guy on live TV. So yeah, man, his decline was quick, man. But
Mm.
the WWE is gonna be having the Royal Rumble is gonna happen
Mhm. Riyadh.
tomorrow, actually. And it's gonna
Yep.
be over on the other side of the world, gonna be in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's
Hmm.
gonna be taking place around 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. So roughly that's gonna put it around 1 p.m. San Antonio time, Central Standard Time.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow. So you can go ahead and see that. The big talk though, man, everybody's been upset because if you have a Netflix subscription,
Mhm.
somehow you were going to be able to see the Rumble. They have some
Mhm.
type of, I guess, when you log in and you're going to go ahead and see the Rumble or what have you, it would know that you're subscribed or what have you. But that's not going to be ready.
Oh
So,
wow. Really?
yeah, so Netflix subscribers, man, they're going to have to go and drop $30 to get that ESPN unlimited if they're going to want to watch this tomorrow, dude. So
Oh,
I already
that's
have
messed
that
up.
package
Hmm.
as part of my deal with Hulu and Disney and all that, and I got
Yeah.
ESPN on there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So I'm good, but like for those that already have a subscription, because I mean, think about it. Netflix itself is about almost $30. It's like
Hmm.
$29 for a family plan or something like that.
Right.
And now you're gonna have to dish out another $30 if you're gonna want to watch the Rumble, or you can just go to somebody's house that already is gonna show it, have a watch
Yeah.
party or
Yeah.
whatnot. Say I'll bring the beer, whatever. But people are getting upset about that because yet they have to go ahead and fork over more money to go and watch this thing. But that's kind of weird though, man. Like
Mhm.
again, dude, like when they have fights are fight night.
Yeah.
You know, so it's weird watching a fight, and it's on the other side of the world. So over there, it's already past midnight or what have you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just weird watching them over here during the day. Same
Yeah.
thing with like
Yeah.
boxing, or you're
Oh
watching
yeah.
wrestling, or you're watching UFC
Yeah.
fights.
Yes. It's a
It's
different
just
vibe.
different,
It's
bro.
a
Yeah.
different vibe. It's a different vibe. What's up to my girl Susie? She's in the chat. Good to see you on here.
Oh, hey, Susie.
It is a different vibe, right? Same thing happens with boxing, right? Whenever they have the fights over in Saudi and all that, they're about 1 o'clock, Cali time, or 3 o'clock San Antonio time. Listen, okay, like those, a lot of us grew up on boxing, right? We all, a lot of us grew up with boxing, where hey, we throw something, we throw a carne on the grill, we're getting ready to watch the fights. We're drinking. It's nighttime. It's the vibe is what it is, bro. 1 o'clock, like a 1 o'clock fight, bro, what are you talking about, bro? I'm
That's
barely
crazy.
I'm having lunch. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
having a half sandwich and soup. You know what I mean? And you want me to watch boxing, and it's just, yeah, same thing with the wrestling. The wrestling, I used to love wrestling, man. I love the 90s wrestling back in the day.
Yeah.
The old school Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 6, WrestleMania 7, all that. It's a nighttime thing. But yeah, to have it during the day, I feel like it just throws off our vibe. But I'm sure they're getting paid so much money to go out there to Riyadh. Susie says, "Can I have your login?" She wants to log in for it.
Susie, she's funny,
Yeah.
man. We need
She
to
is
have. I
funny.
need to get Mario in the studio again, because I had to cancel the last time because
Yeah.
power supply went out on the computer, and I bought another one, so we're up and running by Monday. But I need to get Mario in, and it'd be cool to have Susie and the girls in
Yeah.
studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I envision, part of our podcast. I don't there's where it's we have a panel, right? We bring in the ladies. They all kind of have their headsets, and they can all talk, and we can kind of just talk and interview and have multiple ladies, and kind of just discuss different things, like our girl Susie, or even not just the ladies, but other people like Mario, whoever, kind of have a panel, so pretty much we go into the studio, and if y'all haven't been to Joe's studio, it's amazing. It's amazing, right? So getting in there, having a panel of people, and we all just kind of having a round table discussion about all these different things, but bringing people like Susie, like Myra, just whoever wants to come through, Mario, and it'll be a good mixture of folks, right? And a discussion, right? So we need to do that, Joe. I think that would be a good thing.
Yeah, we'll do that, man. We'll have to plan it out here. Because, we get in the lull of the season where there's not a lot of sports to talk about and whatnot. Let's just bring the gente into the studio. Let's just have some interesting discussions, some talk. And it's just fun to have people come in that are part of the show, come into the studio, get on, and have their 15 minutes of fame, so to speak,
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
everybody can put a name to the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. Yeah.
Look at Susan wants to be on the show, Mario. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And look at that. Rudolph is saying he stopped watching wrestling. He goes, when UFC became more popular, UFC is what I thought wrestling was. Then I realized it's fake ass.
You know what?
Man.
You know what? A lot of people say that wrestling is fake, and it is. Well, okay. This is what I say.
It's entertainment.
It's scripted.
Yeah.
Right? It's
no
scripted.
doubt.
It's scripted, as in the winners are predetermined, right? It's scripted. But it's not fake, as in those dudes get hurt. You know what I mean? Those dudes do get hurt. You know what I mean? Wrestlers put their bodies through so much stuff that I just, and I understand what people mean when they say it's fake. I get what you're saying. It's scripted. It's scripted, right? But I don't think what they put their bodies through and what they do is not fake. That stuff is no joke, man.
It is, man. Because you know what? Even though they say that it's scripted or whatnot, the battle scars they have are not. They're getting hit for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get beat up. They get beat up.
That's what I'm saying. They abuse their bodies.
Yeah.
They abuse their bodies. So yeah, it's scripted. I like to say it's scripted better than it's fake. Fake sounds like there's no danger. You know what I mean? Fake sounds like a movie. No, it's scripted, but those guys and gals do put themselves through some tough scenarios, and their bodies are worn out, man.
Yeah.
Look at those old school wrestlers from our day, back in the 80s and
Yeah, they
90s.
can't even
Look at them.
walk,
Look at them
dude.
now. Like, yeah, exactly. Look at that guys like Dynamite Kid that was in a wheelchair. You know,
The
used to
$1
be.
million man, you know?
Yeah, all those guys. Yeah, like you look at those old school wrestlers back in our time. A lot of them, their bodies are hurting, man. Their bodies are hurting.
Ted DiBiase came through San Antonio not too long ago.
Yeah,
And I missed it, man. I had wanted to go out there, but I'm just like, I would be like, dog, man, like what you were doing out there with Virgil and all that, man.
yeah.
You can't be doing that no more, you know. But
Oh,
that
yeah.
was wild back in the day, dude. They were,
You know what?
the WWF
Yeah.
back in the day, they were
Oh.
wild, dog. They were
Oh,
wild.
they played the race card. You know,
Everything,
they
dude.
played the race card.
I'm gonna steal your
They
girl,
played-
you know, like
they played all, bro. You know, they played on the Iraq War, the Desert Storm, the Sergeant
Yeah.
Slaughter, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan thing. Like, bro, they made money off of a real life war where people were dying. Like, Vince
Yeah.
McMahon didn't. You know, there was a lot of things that went down. Yeah, like Virgil, like treating a black man the way $1 Million Man did back in the day, like
Yeah.
he was like rub my feet and scrub
rip
the toes.
Virgil. Look at Virgil. Rest in peace, Virgil.
Yeah. So
Look
it's
at
crazy.
Susie's got jokes. Susie got jokes. She goes, "I'm already famous." Well, Susie, I'll make
Yeah.
you infamous.
She is infamous. I would say Susie's infamous. She's not. I don't know if she's famous, but she's infamous. That's for damn
I
sure.
think Susie can match my energy, dude. It'd be fun to have her in here, dude, because like you said, she likes to have fun, and that's all I keep
Oh
hearing.
man, Susie's awesome. She's a good people, man. I've known her since high school. She's good people, man. She's fun to be around. So yeah, there's no, she should come out to the February 21st thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The
Well, we're
February
gonna have it on the
21st, yeah.
28th. It's gonna be
Or
on the
28th. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
28 now?
Yeah.
28? Oh, okay.
28. So one of the things I was going to show here as well, because when we're talking about WWE and all that kind of stuff, but let's go ahead and talk about some boxing, because this is some news that came out here too that I saw. So Golden Boy is no longer going to be with the Zone anymore. They
Mhm.
pulled out the Zone, and now they're going to be with this ad-supported streaming TV network called Swerve. So they're jumping
wow.
ship now. So and all the fights now with Golden Boy found a new home. So now it's going to be this new network called Swerve. So Swerve TV strikes a multi-year partnership with Golden Boy Promotions to expand premium boxing content. So I guess that means that they're going to have a home to show the games, but more than likely it's going to be either pay-per-view or it's going to come with subscription, something, you know? So that's something to think about if you're a boxing fan. A lot of changes going on with boxing lately. I think even with like Zuffa Boxing and them making the deal with Paramount because they're part of Dana White and all them, what they're doing with their network and all that. But I'll be real, man. They interviewed Dana after that first fight that they had with Zuffa Boxing. Don't ever put that fool back on the mic, dude. After a boxing match, he needs to stay in his lane, dude. They tried to talk with him. What did you think about the fights? You could tell he wasn't watching the fights, dog. He didn't know what he was talking about. He doesn't know shit about boxing. Don't even try, dude. Stay in your wheelhouse, Dana.
Yeah.
Don't do it, dude. Just leave that to the professionals. He had no business out there talking to the media after the fights were over.
Yeah.
He
didn't know what he's
he
talking
didn't know
about.
what he
He didn't
was
know what he's talking
saying.
about.
He was
Yeah,
all over
yeah.
the place. It was hard to watch, man. Just don't put him on no more.
Yeah. Dana White's a smart guy. He's a smart dude, right? He knows, I think he's a smart guy, but yeah, he's out of his element. You know what I mean? He's out of his depth. You know what I mean? There's no, like you said, bro, stay in your lane, bro. Like, UFC and you're a smart businessman and all that, but you don't know about boxing, bro. Don't embarrass yourself. You know what I mean? So
he was, you saw it, dog. It was embarrassing, dude. It was hard to watch, man.
Yeah, it was. And so Zuffa Boxing is interesting to me because I like that they're coming on and making they've already put together 3 cards in like a span of a couple of weeks. But I'll tell you what I don't like about it. They have these like it's Dana White is trying to make like the UFC. It's like its own league. It's like Zuffa is separate from other boxers. And like they have to wear a Zuffa boxing uniform where they don't you know how boxers wear like patches and like what do you call it? Like advertisement, like
sponsors.
like Mario Barrio. San Antonio people put what is it? Thomas J. Henry, and
Thomas
all
J.
that.
Henry,
yeah, exactly. Zuffa doesn't want none of that. They don't want you to have no sponsors. They want it
on the back. It says Zuffa. It has their logo.
Yeah. They want them to be the only one to like capitalize on sponsorship, which
Yeah.
is
Well,
like that's
that means
that's that's gonna be a problem down the road. I'm just saying, bro. It's gonna be a problem down the road. Listen, bro. I
yeah.
just want to see the fights. I want to see good fights. I want to see that, but it just seems to be kind of manufactured, and that's what Oscar De La Hoya is saying. He's like, it's not really like a promotion like Golden
Yeah.
Boy or whatever. It's like its own little thing. So I don't know. We'll see. So far, Zuffa has put on some good shows. Like they're kind of club shows. They're not like high level, but we'll see. You got Dana White, who's a smart guy. Turkey Alashay is backing all this, so the money is coming from
Mhm.
Turkey. So I don't know. We'll see.
His Excellency.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he can be called that because he has more money than anybody can ever think about.
Oh, bro. Oh, you
He
don't
got
even,
money for
bro.
days, dog.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they got a card coming out on Sunday. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern. A weird time to have a fight, but I guess they don't want to compete with what's going to be happening on Saturday because that's when you got the big fight coming out. So
Yeah.
I kind of get it, but you can watch this if you have Paramount Plus. You're going to see this card here. I mean, I'll be watching. I mean, as somebody who loves boxing, if there's a fight on and I already pay for the network or whatever, you best believe
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching it.
Yeah.
I want to see what's up, so I'm gonna be watching this one. But we
Mhm.
got, and I understand, like I said, they have another bigger fight coming out that we're gonna talk about right now, and that's probably why they didn't want to compete.
Oh,
But we
yeah.
got the big fight coming, and this is
Mm.
gonna be prime time, baby. This is gonna be happening on Saturday and New York at the Garden, and
Mhm.
here we go. There you go. One day left.
Man.
Happens tomorrow. Teofimo
Theo-
Lopez.
Mhm.
Go
Shakur
ahead.
Stevenson. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. This is one of the best fights to be made in this year. Like, real talk. Like, 2026, there's not really a bigger fight to be made than this fight. You got two hot, young fighters in their prime. Shakur's undefeated. Teofimo's only lost one fight, but it was to Cambosas, which is, controversial. But this is a fight to be made. You have a slick fighter in Shakur Stevenson, who was an Olympic silver medalist, kind of in that like Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker mold, where he's more of a hit and don't be hit kind of guy. But he'll get in there and fight if you want. Teofimo Lopez, he is uber talented, uber strong, and he has a will that just he won't die. He won't go away
You won't
easy.
break.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he won't break. There you go. Yeah, exactly. So he's this is gonna be a good fight. I've been looking forward to this fight for a long time, and for it to be in New York City and for it to be a big show, man, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50
Yeah.
fight. But I
Evenly
think,
matched.
oh yeah. I think Shakur's skills though will prevail at the end. That's what I think, and it's a good undercard. It's a good undercard. So.
It's good to see because it's gonna be like if you're a steward of boxing, these two have contrasting styles in a way that kind of are gonna cancel each other out. So when you're watching this caliber of fighter go at it, it's more of like a chess match out there.
Yeah.
One fighter has their strengths and so does the other one. But at the end of the day, if you're a really, let's say, technical boxer, and what Shakur Stevenson is,
Mm-hmm.
he has those skills already honed into him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been there, done that before, and Teofimo, he wants it too. Teofimo ain't gonna back away. He ain't no punk,
No.
So he's
No.
gonna take the hits, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna do his thing. And he's gonna go and dish out the punishment. And he's also willing to take it, but he's also willing to
Mhm.
dish it out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be interesting to see what both of them do, but I kind of agree with you too. I think Stevenson will do enough to go ahead and get the win. I think it's
Mhm.
going to go the distance, but it's all going to come down to points, and
Mhm.
being
Mhm.
see who's going to be more productive with their punches. You're looking at
Mhm.
the percentage of punches thrown to the punches landed. And since Shakur Stevenson is more of a technical boxer, I think that's going to play into his favor because that means he's going to be more efficient with his punches
Mhm.
versus somebody like Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah. I think a guy like Shakur, like I said, he's a boxer. He's slick. He moves. Like I said, he's more in the mode of a Pernell Whitaker and a
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather. I like Mikey Mendez's question, and I'm gonna get back to that. I like that question, but let's bookmark that. I think Shakur, man, like I said, he has the skills to pay the bills. You know what I mean? He has fast
Yeah.
hands. He has fast feet. He has movement. He has angles. He has all that stuff. I think that what what boxing is about making your opponent fight your fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's the difference, right? So whoever can make if Teofimo can get Shakur to brawl and kind of get in his head, which is I know that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what his dad wants to do, right? Teofimo's dad,
Give that
if you don't
stare
know him,
down.
oh, his dad is more Teofimo Senior is more of a presence sometimes than Teofimo
Yeah.
Jr. Sometimes, but he's trying to get in his head. He's trying to make this a brawl, make it personal, in the hopes that Shakur throws away the boxing mindset and just goes to war and goes to brawl, because that would be that would be favorable for Teofimo if Shakur does that. So Teofimo, he's like twitchy fast. He has twitch
Yeah.
power, and he can hit, he can bang, and he could battle with the best of them. So it's going to be a good fight, man. I think it's 50-50, but I do think Shakur prevails at the end by decision, somewhere in the 116, 112 range. It might be 115, 113. It might be close. But I think Shakur ends up winning. Nizi is saying Teofimo isn't a brawler. He's not a brawler, but in this situation, compared to Shakur, he is a brawler.
He
That's what
is a
I'm saying.
brawler.
Like, yeah. Out of these two fighters, if you picked one to be a brawler, it would be Teofimo. So I'm not saying, Teofimo isn't Gaddy. You know what I mean? He isn't, a brawler. But in this fight, in this setting, he is a brawler versus Shakur. Like he has to be. Like, compared to Shakur, he's not going to outbox Shakur. If you think you're going to outbox Shakur, you're crazy. So if you're not going to outbox him, then you got to be the brawler. So to Mizi's point, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't consider Teofimo a brawler, but I think he's a boxer puncher. Is what I like.
Kind of what we're saying.
He's a boxer puncher. Yeah, he's a boxer puncher. Yeah,
between both fighters, I think the more skilled fighter is all I was saying was Shakur Stevenson. That's not being throwing any shade at Teofimo. That's just being real facts, stating facts. But I mean, I like to see the fight. Thing is going to be a good matchup, and you're also seeing what's happening here with some of the undercards. You have Keyshawn Davis against Ortiz. You have Carrington against Castro. Adames against Williams. You have Miller, Abia, and I don't know how to say this last one, Castillo and Alaouf.
Yeah.
Alaouf,
You know what's
whatever.
the Shushu Carrington is going to be good.
Yeah.
That dude is a blue chip prospect, up and coming guy, and Shushu Carrington is definitely going to be one to watch. Mikey Mendez was asking about who do you think the most underrated boxer is in the last 20 years.
That's a tough one, man. I got some names.
That's a tough one. But you know what comes to mind when I heard that, or when I saw that question, just right away popped in my head, is Lennox Lewis. I think Lennox Lewis is a very underrated heavyweight champion, man. People forget how good Lennox Lewis was, man, because he was, everybody loves Tyson and Holyfield and those guys, and Lennox Lewis was a chess playing British fighter that people kind of like didn't really think was tough or hard, but Lennox Lewis was a bad boy. Lennox Lewis was a bad boy. So that's a good question. There's a lot of good fighters that go kind of under the radar, because we love, especially in America, we love the heavyweight knockout, Tyson, those guys. So
I was gonna say, I'll throw a name out there.
Yeah.
What about Bernard Hopkins, man? Later in his career, world champion at age 48. I mean, come on, dog. I think he's one of those guys that kind of doesn't get thrown around enough, but I mean, he's not so shabby, dude. At 48 years old, being a world champ. I mean, come on, dude. He's underrated.
Yeah.
And another one that could have been, I guess, you can go ahead and talk about him. What about Andrade? He didn't really fight opponents, top opponents, but again, I mean, he had some skills and stuff, but he just, he doesn't get talked about enough. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
dude.
Hmm.
Look, I hate to tell
Yeah.
you all this, but we're getting old. Lennox Lewis retired in 2004, more than 20 years ago.
Hey,
Yeah, he
hey,
did.
Sam Salinas, you're better than me, dog. Because I ain't gonna do math right now. Like, I'm not gonna like,
I
I'm
don't
not
math
gonna,
well.
I'm not, yeah. And it's funny because I'm a finance officer, but I'm not gonna math about 20 years, and
Yeah,
we're getting into semantics about like all this and that. An underrated fighter, yeah. In the last
yeah,
20 years, what's funny when people say 20 years ago, my mind goes to like 1980.
yeah, yeah,
When somebody tells me something about 20 years ago, my mind goes to like 1980, 1990. Like, I
yeah.
don't, you know what I mean? It's hard to compute that 20 years ago was what? I don't know.
Well, you
What are
know
we,
what?
26? What are we right now? 2016? What are we, 2026? 20 years
Yeah.
ago was 2006, right? Or whatever. Like,
You
holy
know what I was
crap, bro.
gonna
Like,
say, dog?
yeah, I just, I don't know, man. I get it. I'm glad you're mathing, but
What is the
yeah.
name of that one big boy, dude? That he's been in the heavyweights. Remember his name? He was a Mexicano, dude. Remember he was real big when
Andy
he came in the
Ruiz.
ring.
Andy Ruiz.
Ruiz. I
Andy
was looking
Ruiz.
at some of his fights,
Andy
dude.
Ruiz.
Like
Yeah.
highlights.
Somebody
Ruiz.
somebody was talking about, somebody brought him up. I think it was Mario Cavazos. But Ruiz, you know what? Ruiz is funny, man. He has fast hands
He
for
does,
heavyweight.
dog. I was
And
gonna say for being a big
yeah,
boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's deceptively fast. Andrew Ruiz had some very fast hands. I mean, he beat Anthony Joshua, you know, no, Andrew Ruiz was one of those guys that, yeah. Chris Arreola was a Mexican Junior. Chris Arreola, another solid
Yeah.
heavyweight from Riverside, California. Um, Good fighters, man, that are like hard to, you got. It's hard to place them in their place in history,
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, Joe Kazagi, Mexican Junior brings up, who's a very, very good fighter. Yeah, extremely underrated, man. There's a lot of fighters that definitely go underrated that people don't talk about anymore. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just, in the last 20 years since 2006, I don't know. It's hard to like remember like exact cutoffs of when they were, but I go with the Lennox Lewis. I'll stay with Lennox Lewis because, like I said, I just think he was always an underrated heavyweight champion. Man, he was a really
Yeah.
good fighter, but he had it was hard for him to compete or just for popularity wise against guys
Yeah.
like Holyfield and Tyson and stuff like that. But
Look
oh
at this
man,
Mexican Junior. Damn, but you
Michael
going back,
Carbajal.
dog.
Michael Carbajal is actually one of my favorite fighters ever. Michael Carbajal was from Phoenix, 106 pounder. He was in the 1980. He was a silver medalist in the 1988 Olympics, which was the Olympics with, like, he was a teammate with Riddick Bowe, Roy Jones, and all that. So Michael Carbajal was definitely one of my favorite fighters. If you're a boxing fan and you want to do yourself a favor this weekend and you're bored, go to YouTube or Google or whatever, Carbajal, Chiquita Gonzalez. Those Carbajal Chiquita Gonzalez fights were bloodbaths. Were amazing. They were wars. I love me some Michael Carbajal, so I'm glad Mexican Junior brought him up.
Yeah, they're showing some video here that I just saw right now for the Zuffa boxing, right? They're trying to kind of hype up the match that's coming up, and they're showing some videos. You
Yeah,
know, I
yeah.
mean, they're trying to do their thing. I get it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, this is what you see, man. You know how you see people are used to seeing like fighters really fighting, and like throwing hands real
Mm-hmm.
fast, real quick, or they do
Mm-hmm.
the speed test. You know how they
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
punches like this,
Mm-hmm.
That's just all for show, man. That's just all for
Oh
the
yeah.
camera, bro. That's all
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. No, real
People get
talk.
all
Yeah,
excited,
yeah, yeah. Measy says we miss Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe. We did. You know why? Because Riddick Bowe threw the WBC belt in the trash and said he wouldn't fight Lennox Lewis because they fought in the Olympics. Lennox
Yeah.
Lewis stopped Riddick Bowe in the finals of the '88 Olympics, and Lennox won gold and Riddick won silver. So Mexican Junior brings Johnny Tapia, another one of my favorite fighters. I
Yeah.
love me some Johnny Tapia, bro. Mi vida loca, man. I love Johnny Tapia. His fights with Paulie Ayala were classic. Um, Johnny Tapia's fight with Danny Romero was also classic. So I love me some Johnny Tapia, man. That dude wore his heart on his sleeve. If you never watched Johnny Tapia, man, YouTube that guy. He is amazing.
It is, man. Hey, so I wanted to go ahead and give some love here too to our other sponsor. That's going to be the Hard Rock Cafe. I was waiting for their name to show up here. So we love us some Rock Cafe. Go out there if you're downtown. Go and enjoy the third level they have up there. They have it all decorated right now for Valentine's Day. So you want to take your honey out there for a special dinner? Go out there,
Mhm.
man. Enjoy the views from the Riverwalk. And like I always say, man, I like the salmon there, and I do like the baby back ribs. But one of the other things that I like there, it has to be the steak burgers, man. They got some good
Mhm.
burgers over there at the Hard Rock Cafe, downtown San Antonio. So we're going to go ahead and give them some love. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. There you go again. Shout out to the Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio here. They go ahead and help power the chat, power the show. Make sure you always go and visit them. Send them some love. Tell them the Area 210 sent you. And also, if you want to go ahead
Yeah.
and follow Rick, you can go ahead and follow Rick on his X channel there, on his X at Real Fernandez. You can go ahead and see the shenanigans of the belt.
Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment, man. Never a dull moment. From San Diego to San Antonio to Houston to LA to Phoenix to wherever. Yeah, never a dull moment. Hey, shout out to our guy Yasha. He says blessing us from Mexico.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Shout out to you,
Appreciate
man.
you being here. Appreciate you being here. Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're saying good fights to watch. Marvin Hagler against
Oh wow.
Mugabe.
Yeah, that's old school. That's old school. Mizi's got to be older. Mizi, how old are you, Mizi? I'm curious because Hagler, Mugabe, that's old school, man. But that's
Yeah.
Mugabe was a beast, literally a beast. So yeah, those are good fights. Yeah, I love that. You know what? I love when we start talking about boxing and like the chat starts bringing
Yeah.
up boxing and like I know who are boxing heads by the
Yeah.
way you're talking.
Mexican
like I know
Junior.
Mexican Junior, Mizi, like I know you know boxing when you start talking like this because
Yeah.
you know boxing has always been more of a niche sport where some people are. I mean, everybody knows the big like fights, right? Like Tyson and Pacquiao and Mayweather, like Canelo, like the big pay-per-view fights. Everybody comes in and acts like they know about boxing, but who watches like the stuff we watch, Joe? Like
Yeah.
the low, the East wake up at 4 a.m. to watch Inoue, you know what I mean? And all
Inoue,
that. Like,
yeah.
so yeah, exactly. So Mizi said he's 48 years old. Yeah. I knew you were a little older to talk about the fights you're talking about. No disrespect. I like it. I
Yeah.
love it. But
No,
yeah,
because we
man.
remember watching the fights in the
Yeah.
golden era, like
Mhm,
when
mhm.
boxing was,
Yeah.
the sport to
Yeah.
watch. Everybody would get excited for. It was really a
Yeah.
family event when you watch some of these big marquee boxing
Mm-hmm.
matches. Your tios, your tias, the whole familia would get together,
Yeah.
man. They would bring that big screen TV. You need
Oh,
like 10
bro.
people to move that some bitch, and they would
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
outside.
Had the big back. Listen, bro.
Yeah, dude.
My earliest memories as a kid, my earliest memories are not Christmas, are not New Year's or Thanksgiving. Like my earliest memories was Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. fights as a kid. That my family got together more for Chavez fights than Christmas. Like I don't remember. I remember being a kid in the 80s and 90s watching Julio Cesar Chavez fights, and my whole family was there. My tios,
He
my
was
tias,
representing the
everybody.
Raza, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. You're talking about the when he fought Camacho, when he fought Mildred Taylor. When he all those fights, man. It's like, man, even when he lost to Frankie Randall, man, in 1994, I was
Broke your heart.
devastated. I was so devastated. Whitaker Chavez in 93. I was
Yeah.
there at the Alamo Dome in the nosebleed seats with binoculars, bro. 10-year-old Fernandez was there, right? So Whitaker draw was heartbreaking. the Frankie Randall loss was heartbreaking. So, Chavez, man, was it for me as a kid. He was it for me. But yeah, the Barrera Morales trilogy, of course, man. Those are huge.
And look at this week. Mexican Junior says the past week I think was the anniversary of the
Yep,
the
it
Frankie
was. Yeah,
Randall fight.
it
Yeah,
was. Yeah, yeah. January 29th. I'll never forget it, bro. January 29th, 1994. He put him on his ass, bro. Frankie Randall. That's another good fight to watch. If you want to watch fights, YouTube that one where Randall fought Chavez, January 29th,
yeah.
1994. Bro, he put him on his ass, bro. He's straight with just a classic 1-2. Like no, nothing special. And Chavez went down, and oh man, it was crazy.
Remember Chavez used to come out with nothing more than that little headdress. He used to wear that headband
Yeah,
on top of his head, and he'd come out and
yeah,
he was already punching, ready to go
yeah,
as he's walking towards the ring.
yeah,
I remember all these fights, man. You didn't need a
yeah.
lot back then, when you're coming
No,
out.
no,
No.
no, 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 no. He came out with the mariachis and the Mexican
Yeah.
music and the headband, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's all he needed, dude. He didn't need none of these special
yeah,
effects and walk out with the
yeah,
crew. He's just keeping it puro, bro.
no, no, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember those times. It was good bringing the family together back in the day, when you're watching these big marquee boxing matches. You had the food on the grill. The Theos
Hmm.
were grilling it up. They were drinking. You were being a little nasty and they, hey man, go get me a beer. No, 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 drink some. Toma,
Yeah,
toma,
yeah,
toma.
yeah,
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 este
yeah. Oh,
hombre.
bro,
Come
bro,
on, man.
bro. I had my first taste of beer when I was 9. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
For that, like bringing my dad and my tios beers, I would open them
Dickies.
and take a little swig real quick, bro.
No, they
All
used to
that,
give you straight
bro.
up. I would
Oh
bring my
no, yeah,
deals.
yeah,
Here,
yeah.
take a
They'd be like,
sip. Take a
yeah,
sip.
they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they'd be
yeah.
like, be a man, be a
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Be a man.
Yeah, ese hombre, take a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
drink, bro. But like, fuck, okay. 9 years old, bro. I took my first
yeah.
drink of beer at 9 years old.
Exactly, dude. And then
Yeah.
your tios were always giving you dinero también. They would be like,
Oh
hey, go get me
yeah,
a beer,
yeah,
and boom, boom,
yeah,
they give you some cash.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you would
yeah,
use that real quick too. When I was a kid, I remember they would give us money, and then we would see the ice cream man coming, the ice creamero. We'd go out
yeah.
there and go get our little hood rat snacks or whatever,
Hmm.
from the ice cream
Yeah,
truck. Yeah, dude.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Good
yeah.
times, man.
Absolutely, bro. Now we're those tios, bro. Now we are those tios. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
we're the tios. It's true, man, because that's what I do a lot. Like on the weekends and stuff, I spend a lot of time with my nieces. Like I'd
Yeah,
say, tell you guys, man, I got nothing but nieces. I got nieces for days, dude. I got nieces to spare. I just finished picking up my other niece this morning again because we do our Dutch
yeah,
Bros run right on Fridays. So
yeah,
usually get her
yeah,
tacos, and then I go pick her up, and then I take her to Stevens High School out here.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we go and stop at Dutch Bros, and then I go drop her off. And I do that every Friday, and she looks forward to it because she says at school they call her the Dutch Bros girl. They're like, "Oh,
yeah.
you got Dutch Bros again,"
Oh, because you
and
always
she's
got
like,
the Dutch Bros. Yeah,
"Yeah, because you
Dutch
get her
Bros.
Dutch Bros,
Yeah,
and she has tacos. She has tacos. I dropped this girl; she's spoiled, bro. She
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
tacos in hand, Dutch Bros. Then she has like I get her the muffin
Damn,
top.
bro. They're like, man, must be nice. Like
Yeah,
your
exactly.
tio,
That's
your
what she
tio
says.
has you. Yeah, your tio has you spoiled.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Don't you all be placing the orders too?" She's like,
Yeah,
"No."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, dude, she's funny, man. I love my little niece there. And the other ones too, man. They always hit me up for something, dude, because I take them out and then like having a car full of little girls, like teenage,
Hmm.
preteens and all that, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all want something, dog. Like I'm telling you, man, they're expensive, man.
Hmm.
We're gonna go to Starbucks, uncle, before we even go to Target or anywhere else. They got me going, dude. Like I step out of the house, it's like dollar signs, dude.
Yeah. That's where it starts, bro. That's where it starts, bro. Then when they grow up, it's like I better find a man that's gonna take care of me like my tio. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you better come correct. You
Yeah,
better come
for real.
correct, bro.
Better make more
Shit.
money. You better make more
Exactly.
money.
Like Mike says. Like Mike says, you gotta make more money.
Got to make more money. And speaking of that, dude, I'll be out there at the game this Sunday, dude, courtesy of Rick here. We're going to go see our boy Greg go beat the drum out there as they honor him for being a Spurs ticket season member. I think it's going like on 20 something years, dude.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, he's had tickets out there for that long. So, he's going to be out there. They're going to honor him. They're going to probably put him on the
Hmm.
Jumbotron for a couple seconds or what have you.
Yeah.
We'll be out there just to say hi and all that to him. I'll be out there with my boy DJ LG. Me and LG will be out there in our section, far away from the Jackals. We're gonna be enjoying the game.
Yeah, yeah, man. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you could use those tickets. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I didn't get a chance to talk about my a story I had about the season tickets. Can I talk
Yeah,
about
tell
that,
us,
Joe?
dude. Yeah, tell
I
us.
know we're close. I know we're coming to an end, right? But um, you reminded me about the season tickets. So so okay, I've been a season ticket holder for a couple of years, right? I live in San Diego, obviously. Um, you know, there was reasons to come back to San Antonio a lot more back in the day. If you know, you know, right? So obvious. So so this year I haven't came back to San Antonio as much. If you know, you
Yeah,
know, right? I haven't gone to games as much. You know, I went to a preseason game this year. I didn't.
yeah,
Truth be told, I haven't been to a Spurs home game this season. Right? Like I said, if you know, you know. Um, so it's time to renew your tickets, right? This is the time when they start renewing your tickets and stuff.
yeah,
Um, I got an email from the Spurs Sports Entertainment that said your tickets for 26-27 season are not eligible for renewal. And I was like, okay, like what the fuck? Like, what are you talking
yeah,
about? You know? And they were like, well, um, they're like, we our season ticket holders, like we want them to experience the games and we want them to experience everything, blah blah blah. And they're like, we've done an audit and you've transferred all your tickets. Basically, they're saying that like I don't use my tickets, like I give them to
yeah,
other people or whatever. And they're saying that that's a problem, like that they like you shouldn't do that or whatever. Like,
yeah,
um, so they were like basically telling me that I couldn't renew my tickets for next season. They're like I'm cut off or whatever. And I was like, this is BS. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, what are you talking about, right?
yeah,
So I contacted the vice president of operations or whoever runs this stuff. And I say, listen, man, I live in San Diego. I'm a retired Marine. You know, I'm giving my whole spiel. I'm like, despite all that, like I still buy season tickets. Like I pay for season tickets. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, and if I give them away or I whatever, isn't that's my business, right?
yeah,
What do you know? Even if I sell them, I sell them for like 2 for 1. You know what I mean? Like I sell them
yeah,
really cheap, or I give them away. And they were like, well, like we said, the season ticket membership is more for people that go to the games and blah blah blah. And I was like, I think this is BS that you're just gonna cut me off and tell me I no longer can have season tickets. Like I thought that was pretty crappy, really, real talk. I thought
yeah,
that was crappy. Luckily, after I sent an email to the vice president or whatever, they were like, all right, we looked at your case and we're gonna let you, renew your tickets for next season, whatever. So I was able to renew my tickets. But man, I was surprised, man. I was like,
yeah. You
really?
were hot. You were
Really?
hot.
Oh, bro, yeah. I was like, that's how you're doing me, dog? Like, I live in Cali, dog. I live in San Diego and I still pay for season tickets. And
Yeah,
you're gonna do me like that? Like, oh, bro, I was hot. I was hot, yeah. Shout out to my guy Tomball John. He said, I saw Fernandez at the game in Houston, took a pic with you with the belt. Appreciate you, big dog. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you too, bro. But yeah, man,
okay.
yeah, bro. So yeah, that was crazy. Like that, they were like trying to take away my tickets because they were like, I think they think like I'm like trying to like make money off of my tickets, but I'm like, bro, like, I explained to them, I do a podcast, I give them away. I was like, even if I do sell them, I sell them for like 2 for 1, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not making money, bro. I'm losing money on this. So it's not about the money. It's about I love being a season ticket member and I love
yeah,
being able to give them away in the podcast or as my family or whatever. And when I go to the
yeah,
games, I'll go to the games. But I haven't gone this year for obvious reasons. I haven't gone to San Antonio as often as I normally do. But I just didn't know that was going to be a thing. So I was surprised.
yeah. It's about time you go to a game, dude. Maybe for the playoffs, dog.
You're right. You're right. If they go, I will go to a playoff game. If they fucking make it to the playoffs, I will be there
That
for
closeout
sure.
game, doggy, you got
For
to be
sure.
here, man.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Go honking down Commerce,
Yeah, for sure.
You
For
roll
sure.
down the window to the Tessie, dude. You just be hanging out the window, going
Hey,
crazy.
hey, I'll be in the Tessie. I'll be rolling in the Tessie. So it ain't nothing but a thing. Ain't nothing but a thing. But yeah, man. No, I'll go. I mean, here's the thing: the season isn't even over yet. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, how do you know I'm not gonna go to games at the end of the season? Like, it was just crazy, man. But I hopefully I could be out there sometime this end of the season. But if they make the playoffs, I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be there.
Of course, man. You're gonna have to wear the free shirt too, because when they get into the playoffs, the home games, they give away the T-shirts. Hopefully
Oh,
they
you
do this
gotta wear it.
season,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta wear the T-shirt, bro.
People in the lower bowl ain't wearing it, bro.
Oh, bro, you gotta.
Dog.
Yeah, yeah.
They should just say, you know what? We ain't gonna even put T-shirts in the lower bowl.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll
Just
have
put
like
them up there.
flags or
Yeah,
something for
yeah.
y'all to,
Yeah, yeah,
wave or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But we're gonna give all the T-shirts to the gente in the top row, that
Yeah,
sit up in the
yeah,
nosebleeds, the real people,
yeah.
the
Right?
real
For
fans.
sure. Yeah,
I think they
for
should
sure.
switch them out. Can you imagine if they get all the puros from the top and they bring them all the way down to the lower bowl, bro? They'd be
Let's do
throwing
it,
stuff on the
bro.
court, dog.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
If somebody knocks
Take.
down Wemby, they're gonna
Yeah.
storm the court, dog. They're gonna be out there.
Oh, hey, don't tweet. You're gonna storm the court.
Oh,
Don't,
bro.
don't tweet. You're gonna storm the court. If you want to know about that story, that's for another time. Joe, we did a show, right? We did a pre-recorded
Yeah.
show. You could probably find it on the channel. Don't tweet. You're gonna storm the court if you're there, because there's a story behind that. There's a story behind that. So
They're watching.
yeah.
Big Brother's watching you,
yeah,
man.
big bot. Yeah, Tex-Mex Frank says I thought maybe they would not release Fernandez because he had one stack cup too high, and Susie agrees with him. So yeah, no, don't. I'll tell you. Next time, if you haven't heard that story about storming the court and tweeting, it's a funny one. I'll
Yeah.
tell that story next time. But yeah,
That's funny, dude. I still remember that.
that
But
was crazy.
we're gonna have a good time on Sunday. I'll be out there, and we'll let you all know about the rescheduling date for the 500th episode. That's what we're talking about, Susie. We're saying the
Yeah.
28th. So I gotta talk with the people behind the scenes here because I got messages right now about the room inside. So I'm hoping that maybe the weather will cooperate and we can still just have it on the 28th because I don't want to push
So
it back anymore.
are you? Are you shooting for the 28th?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot for the 28th. I'm gonna be like, you know what,
Okay.
man? If we don't have it outside, we're just inside. The hell with it, dude. Let's just do it outside. I like being outdoors anyway. I like seeing over there at the little Woodrow's, dude. They got this
Mhm.
nice area you can sit outside, and they got these big ass screens, man. Maybe the Spurs
Mhm.
be playing that day too. Let me go ahead and check, man. What's happening in the future?
Yeah, that's a good. Hey,
Let's
that's
see,
a good
'cause-
question. That's a good question, Mario. I have the same question, but yeah, man. Susie, you're asking. So basically, on the 28th, we're gonna celebrate the 500th episode, and we're gonna have a big gathering at Little Woodrow. So I'll give you the details. And
Yeah.
if you do it on if you do it on the 28th, oh man, I definitely can roll out, man, because I gotta look at my calendar and look at my flights and see what I
Yeah.
have. But yeah, I'll try to make it out there.
Yeah, we'll probably do it on the 28th. We're gonna have to do it on the 28th because in the month of March, I might be busy, dude. I got a whole bunch of stuff happening. I'm gonna be going camping with my niece. Then I'm gonna go visit baby girl that she moved over there to Florida with her husband,
Mhm.
and she wants me to go visit her over there for my birthday. And I got my
Yeah.
birthday coming up
Pensacola?
on the 28th. Yeah, she's gonna
Pensacola?
be up there
Pensacola?
in the
Mhm.
very tip of Florida. Penguins in Pensacola. So I'm gonna have to go over there, and that's like I gotta drive out there because I gotta take stuff that she
Ooh.
left behind here
Oh
at the
yeah.
house, and I can't put that on the plane. So I got to drive out there and drive back. So that's like 12 hours, something like that, from here over there. So, oh man, I could do it in one shot.
Pensacola's nice, man. I spent
Yeah.
some time in Pensacola, Florida. It's a beautiful area. Very beautiful.
Yeah, Mario says 28th he can make it. Mike
Yeah.
Mexican Jr. says he thinks he can do the 28th. We haven't heard from Susie.
Yeah.
Maybe Susie could do it too.
Susie could do the 28th. Susie could do the 28th. She will do the 28th. Yeah, I'll make sure Susie does the 28th. So
It'd be cool to see Susie out there. We always see her in the chat, and I hear she's a lot of fun. she's
Fun
the life
Susie.
of the party.
Hashtag fun Susie. Yeah.
Fun
Yeah.
Susie. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, what time is it occurring? Usually we try to start like now maybe the 6 o'clock hour, something like that, because we're gonna stay out there for a little bit. We start around 6. So I get a set up. I'll probably get out there earlier. Probably an hour early just to set up and get everything ready because we're gonna have giveaways and stuff out there, and we're gonna also have it catered. So we already have like food and stuff bought, drinks bought, all that kind of stuff for you guys. So
Yeah.
It's cool just to hang out. We're gonna take care of y'all, man. You come out here and celebrate with us. We're gonna take care of you guys in return because we wouldn't be here without everybody supporting us. So we're
Yeah.
giving back. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get back at it. I got to get ready to log into work. Got one more day left, Rick. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, man. I'm envious of you, dude. You're gonna be
We'll
off
see.
today.
Hey, we see if we're shut down, bro. I might be
Yeah,
out for the next 2 weeks, the next month. We'll see. Shit.
I'm
I'm gonna
envious of
enjoy.
y'all, man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna enjoy my time in Houston. Real talk. You know, Myra and I are here in Houston. If you're out there in Houston, hit us up. You know, we're gonna get some dinner tonight. You know, Brazilian steakhouse, all that good stuff. So we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I'll be here all weekend. I'll be here all weekend in Houston. So.
Yeah, look at Mario telling Susie. Supposedly they're giving away Karen Scott. It's Kendra Scott actually, and we do have that. We have like I think it was a necklace and some other stuff to give away from Kendra Scott. So we'll be giving that out there, giving that away too as part of the giveaways for the ladies. We got to take care of the ladies, man. You know
Gotta
that.
take care of the ladies, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta take care of the ladies. You know what it is.
Yeah, maybe Myra could show up too, right? You're gonna come out on the
Myra.
28th.
Oh, of course. She'll show up.
Yeah, I got to give her a Dutch Bros gift card then.
Yeah, give her Dutch Brothers. Yeah.
Dutch, and I'm gonna put on the. I'm gonna give it to her, right? I'm gonna put in that little envelope, the little sleeve, and I'm gonna put Dutch Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Everybody stay safe. And you know what? The Go Spurs go, man. We got two games on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be at the game on Sunday. So if y'all are out there, holler, say hi, man. Take a picture. I won't big time you. I promise. I promise
Yeah.
you.
No, we don't big time here. We don't big time here. Stay puro. Stay puro.
All right, man. We'll see y'all. We're out of here. Peace.
Oh, yeah.